Audio check, audio check. All right, good Sunday morning, sports fans, and yabba dabba doo. Welcome back to Suburban Ice Arena, Farmington Hills, Michigan. We're going to debut a pregame segment here this morning. We're going to get out another one of our cheesy Walgreens props, and we're going to debut 2 minutes with Tyndall. We're going to get a pregame interview going here before the game and hear from Coach on his thoughts on the season so far and what he thinks about the remaining two games today. So I'm going to pass him the mic and let him talk. Here you go. Jeff, give us your thoughts.
Good morning, everyone. I like where the team is at so far. We're having a pretty good weekend here, and I would say so far for the season, very happy with the team. We're getting a little bit of goal scoring, some good goaltending, and I'm happy with a nice little mix of nasty that we're getting in there. And I think the team is getting along very well, so that's kind of the key. By the end of the season, by the time we get to March, we want to make sure that the girls are all getting along and we're ready to make a good long run here.
All right, thanks, Coach Tyndall. Good luck this morning. We've got the Honeybaked girls finishing up practice. We'll get the Zamboni on the ice and get this game underway. You were watching 2 minutes with Tyndall. We'll see you in a few minutes. All right, good Sunday morning in Yabba Dabba Doo, sports fans. Welcome back, Suburban Ice Arena, Farmington Hills, Michigan, just outside Detroit Rock City. Game 2 of the weekend between your Pittsburgh Steel City Selects and their Traveling Blacks, which after 4 games in them this weekend are going to smell lovely. And these Honeybaked Virginia glazed hammers in their home whites with the gold and black trim. For those of you that joined late and didn't see my message, rewind, go back. We've got our inaugural segment of our pregame show, 2 minutes with Tyndall. We got it at the very beginning of the stream, so you can go back later and get Coach's thoughts on the season to date, the weekend so far, the game today, and the general state of your selects. We get 2:21 on the warm-up clock. Looks like goaltender Jamalkowski's joined us here on the trip, so she will be presumably in the pipes. See goaltender Kanachi warming up next to her, presumably in relief today. We'll have to see. We got some girls back. Zivkovic's back from homecoming. They drove up late last night. Don't know who else, if anyone else, came up. We'll see who of the Wilkes-Barre players are still here. I'm looking around on the ice. I see Salatrick. Looking around for the remainder of the Wilkes-Barre players. They're in this near corner, which, as you all know, is difficult. Based on extensive viewer feedback, I've moved about 2 feet to the left today, so you're going to get a little better view of that net and a little better view of that net as well. So we moved about 2 feet to the left. I like to be more on center, which I'm not now. I'm a little bit to the left of the red line, but you should get a better view. So looking around out here, I don't see anyone other than Salatrick. I'm not sure if Herbst and Schultz left. I don't see them. That doesn't mean they're not here. I see Herbst now. She was hiding in the corner. I don't see Schultz, but again, that doesn't mean she's not here because there's a corner over there I can't see. So we will be back. We've got 55 on the warm-up clock, 3 15-minute periods. As always, thanks for being here on Wicked Slapshot Productions. All right, we are ready to go, and Marshall and decided to come wave here as they get focused to start the game. Clawhardy, Mrazek, Klein. Marshall Desai, Jemelkowski to my left in the pipes, and there we go. The Hammers draw it back in behind their goaltender, and they're going to battle in the corner that we can't see. And out it comes. Here come the Hammers. Up the far wall. In behind Stripes. Down the far wall. As Mrazek chases. Now they go in behind Jemelkowski. Stripes in the way. They beat bang battle back there. And comes out front. Jemelkowski hugs that pipe. Klein pushes it up the wall. Mrazek's going to skate over. Try to push it further up. Hammer in the way. Pipe in your way. But that's all we got at this arena. You're used to it from yesterday. Marshall battling in the corner with a Hammer. She's going to come up the far wall. Marshall skating around the Hammer. Tries to put it ahead to Clawhardy. Now gets it there. Clawhardy beating, banging, bumbling. Loses it on the blue line. Hammer's back the other way. Klein and Clawhardy battling. They push it into the zone, and the Hammers pick it up and send it across too far. And Makasenka's going to come over, pick it up right in front of us, and go down the near wall. She stops, she turns, she battles with a Hammer. They send it back the other way. Clawhardy. Clawhardy takes a heavy shoulder, Hammer down the near wall. Kiesel in behind Jemelkowski, and up the far wall, she's going to come. She's going to bank it ahead, too far for Makasenka. And they're going to take the Hammers back to the blue line in front of the Selects bench. And Zivkovic, fresh off homecoming. Chip it up into the bench area. I thought I heard a whistle there. And they're going to battle it in behind Jemelkowski into the corner. Stripes in your way. I can't see it. You can't see it. And now they take it around behind. But battling in front. It's loose. Here comes Kiesel. Kiesel up through neutral. With some room. 3 Hammers back. Kiesel with Pilarski and Makasenka. Kiesel stops, turns, throws it in front. Makasenka can't get a stick on it. Makasenka been out here a long time. Pilarski now out here with Kinger, Schuler, and Kiesel. Makasenka needs to get off as the Hammers bring it down the far side. Makasenka still doesn't go to the bench. She's been out here 2.5 minutes at this point, and they battle. Stripes ducks. Here comes Pilarski up the near wall. They're battling in front of us here. It's Kinger with a couple of Hammers. Schuler's going to join the battle. Kiesel cheering for the girls. They bring it down the near wall here. Pilarski in tight. Shoots. Goaltender with the glove save. And with 12:25, we're going to get a stoppage. And Makasenka finally goes to the bench after 2.5 minutes. That'll bring out Detling, Taylor, Salatrick, Schuler, and Dull. They go into the corner. I don't know. Maybe Kylie wasn't out there to start the game. I can't remember. It's early on a Sunday morning. Taylor buries one mid-height on the right side. It's 1-0 Steel City. Taylor from the far circle buried one. And it's 1-0. So for those of you that joined late, if you didn't see the comment in the chat, run back at the beginning of the live stream and watch the inaugural version of our pregame show, 2 minutes with Tyndall. As Detling's going to bring this one into the zone. Detling loses the puck to a Hammer, who she then shoved. And now we're going to bring the puck into the corner, all the way over to the far side. Dull's going to cheat in. Dull down the far wall. Dull, heavy pressure from a Hammer. We're getting a penalty here. It's going to be the Hammers for holding. And we're going to get a power play. Hammer's going to sit down. 2 minutes for hooking. And we're going to go on to the power ball. Power play. We held that one a little longer. It's early. We got some wind, so we'll hold it. And underway here. Klein at the far point. Klein shoots. Doesn't get through. In behind the net now. Kinger battling. Sends it up to Klein at the far point. Klein. Spin move. Klein shoots again. Goaltender gloves. Rebound. Pilarski bangs at it. Goes into the near corner. This one out to the near point. Marshall holds it. In behind the net now. Kinger going to chase it down. Hammer gets there first. Sends it around back to the other Hammer. They send it up the near point. Marshall holds. Marshall sends it across to Klein. Klein with room. Klein skates in, shoots. Doesn't get through. Into the near corner. Klein, far corner. Klein. Around back for Kinger. Kinger puts it up front. Pilarski couldn't pull the trigger. Marshall's going to skate over. Can't hold it. And there's to regroup. Back to neutral. Marshall up for Pilarski. Pilarski loses it on the wall. Marshall dumps it in. Into the near corner now, all the way around to the far side. Clardy picks it up there. Clardy, backdoor for Kinger. Kinger leaves it for Pilarski. Pilarski drops it up high for Klein. Klein over to Marshall. Marshall with room, shoots. Goaltender gloves it. And with 10:40, 15 seconds to go in the penalty, we're going to get a stoppage. Taylor, Makasenka, Detling, Kiesel, and Dahl reunited in the backyard on this power play. We'll come to the near circle. Feels so good when they're reunited. Taylor, draw, pushes it over. Hammer's going to pick it up there. They're going to come up the far side. They're going to dump it by Dahl all the way down into the near corner. And we're not quite sure what's going on here. Blew the arena whistle, the arena horn for some reason. That was confusing. $10:25. We're coming back to neutral. The Hammer's like, what are you doing, Stripes? Stripes doesn't even know what happened there. It wasn't a whistle, it was the horn. And this one's going to come back the other way. No, Dahl. Dahl's going to stop, pick it up. Dahl stops, turns, surveys. Loses it to a Hammer on the far wall. Kiesel skates over. Into the near corner it comes now. And they are going to bring it up the wall. Hammer shoots, blocked by Kiesel. Here comes Kiesel back through neutral. Over to Makasenka. Makasenka chips it ahead. Hammer sends it back. And Dahl's going to regroup top of the blue line. Dahl sends it up to a Hammer who sends it back the other way. Dahl picks it up that way. Dahl dumps it deep in behind the Hammer goalie, and it comes into the near corner where Makasenka's going to go battle. Up the wall, Kiesel. Stripes in the way. Kiesel's going to have to retreat. Comes all the way back to Marshall. Marshall up. Klein chips at it. She's going to regroup top of the defensive zone. Here comes Klein with a burst of speed. Klein around, didn't get around that Hammer. And here they come the other way. Hams up the far wall, flip it to the near wall. They're going to get a weak shot off. Jamelkowski pushes that aside with the paddle. And now it's going to come up the near wall. Clardy can't get it by that Hammer. Marshall banging in the corner. Clardy. And the rink horn blew again. I'm not sure what this scorekeeper's doing with the horn as Clardy gets around everybody. Can't quite pull the trigger. Got in too deep. Mrazek banging at the rebound. Oh, and Klein came in and banged the rebound home. 2-0 Steel City. Clardy got in deep, couldn't get the shot off. Mrazek banged at the rebound, couldn't do anything with it. It was loose in the slot. And Klein cleaned it up. Left side over the blocker. And it's 2-0 Steel City. So we're going to come in for the draw here. Klein takes the draw, drops it back to Marshall. Marshall up the wall for Clardy. Clardy up the far wall. Banks it by all the Hammers in around behind the goaltender. Where Klein's going to go to work in the corner. Mrazek's over there too. We'll wait the results of that play as it comes around to the far side. Mrazek digging. Back into the near corner. Hammers are going to pick it up there. Marshall pushing, banging, beating, hitting with the stick. Puck comes back the other way. Desai is going to chase it. Down in the corner behind Jamelkowski. Hits the Uno reverse card and comes up this way. She banks it up off the wall to Clardy. Clardy skating. Clardy down the near wall into the corner. We're going to lose sight of it a little bit. Clardy around the backside still skating with it. Clardy with room. Had Kiesel breaking. Hit her, but hit her late. Kiesel right into the breadbasket of the goalie. Clardy was just a second late on that pass. Got Kiesel in a little tighter and took away the shooting angle. And we're going to get a stoppage, go to the far side. King Pilarski, Makasenka, Kiesel, and Zivy in the backyard. As Pilarski takes the draw. Hammer picks it up there. Gets around Zivkovic. Hammer's coming back through neutral. Kiesel. Around Kiesel with a nice little move. Jamelkowski with a save. Over to the far side, Pilarski. Pilarski up the wall. Pilarski. We're going to get a penalty here. We're going to get a slashing penalty. It's going to be on Makasenka. So Makasenka's going to sit 90 seconds for slashing as she knocked the stick right out of that Hammer's hand. I'm going to get the clock in line here because I'm off a couple seconds. We're good now. Honeybaked on the power play. I'm in sync. It doesn't look like it, but you're going to have to trust me. Now I'm in sync. Out to the far point. Hammer shoots. Gets all the way through. Jamelkowski puts that into the near corner. Out to the near point. We got Klein, Mrazek, Kiesel, Desai out here killing this penalty. Desai up the wall. Gets it up to Klein. Klein chipping. Hammer's put it deeper. Into the corner behind Stripes. Hammer hits the Uno reverse. Spinning again, and now Desai bodies her into the wall. They got it tied up there. Stripes telling him to move it. It's not resulting in anything. As Klein now out to the near point. Shot from the near point. Doesn't get through. Kiesel can't quite pick it up. Now she's going to get over there. No, it's going to be Klein. Klein. Here comes Klein right in front of you. Going to gain the blue line. Dump it deep in behind the Hammer goalie and into the corner. Klein battling there. Puck in behind the net. Heavy pressure. Klein and Mrazek. They still have it behind the net. Up the wall to a Hammer. So this Ham brings it across to the blue line. Now sends it deeper. Gets around one. Gets in. Shoots. Jamelkowski with a save. It trickled across the goal mouth over to the near wall where Pilarski's going to pick it up. Pilarski right in front of us quickly. Stripes in the way. Loses the puck at the red line. Here come the Hams. Over to the far corner. This one goes into the corner. Schuler battling with a Ham. Schuler sends it up the wall past Kinger. Gets in behind the net. They missed everything near side. They dish it in front. Cut off by Kiesel. Kiesel. Stripes blocks the view. Kiesel gets the blue line. Dumps it deep. And this one's going to go up into the protective netting. And since we're on game 2, we should probably talk about things to do with leftover ham. You can make a nice ham soup. You can make a ham casserole. You can make assorted other reheated ham dishes since we're on game 2. The leftover ham from yesterday's game. There's the draw. Detling battling back to Schuler. Schuler over to, I think that's Taylor on the far wall. Oh, no, that's Herbst. Herbst going down the far wall. I saw the 7. Couldn't see the first digit. Now Taylor. Taylor, top, high slot, Taylor. Over to Schuler. Schuler across to Dahl. Dahl down to Herbst. Herbst with room. Herbst shoots. Doesn't get through. Blocked. Hammer picks it up out to Schuler. Schuler shoots. Goaltender with a kick save over to the far corner. Herbst battling. Comes out of there with it. Up to Schuler. Schuler has room again. Schuler over to Dahl. Dahl lets it bounce off the wall before taking it. Dahl in deep. Sends it back. Tried to send it back up. Gets it to Herbst. Herbst with a shot. And we're getting some type of a whistle here. Not sure what. Stripes is bringing the puck out. Not sure why. 5:36. They're playing a little Detroit Rock City here in Detroit. We're going to bring the faceoff out for some reason. Not sure why. This didn't quite see the call that Stripes made as this puck's going to drift all the way down. Dahl's going to have to go chase it. The Hams are going to get there first. They're going to send it around behind. Dahl comes out of there with it. Oh, no, they took it off of her behind the net. They push it off the side to Jamelkowski. Now comes up to Taylor. Taylor up to Herbst. Herbst with some space. Herbst up the far side. Herbst shoots. Goaltender knocks it down with her chest and dives on it for the stoppage. And I had the clock not running, so we'll get back in line. Sometimes my finger gets cold and the iPad doesn't pick it up and the clock doesn't run. So we'll get her back in line. We're at 5:15. Might take 2 breaks, but we'll definitely get her back in. And we're going to be close. I'm just going to let her run as Stripes lines up for this draw. Nope, now he's checking behind him. And now we are back in line. So we've got Mrazek battling in the corner. Mrazek behind the Ham goalie. Mrazek looking, surveying. Leaves it for Clawhardy. Clawhardy goes back behind the net. Clardy loses the puck, regains, battling behind the net. Sends it around for Klein. Klein pushes it up the wall. Two Hams there going to take it from her, and we're all blind. Now out to the point to Marshall. Marshall with a shot, goaltender with a glove. And with 4:47, we'll do it again. So they're going to bring the puck into the near circle for this draw. Klein out here with Clardy and Mrazek. Marshall Desai, man in the backyard. As we get this draw in the near circle, Stripes drops the puck, and it comes up the point to Marshall. Marshall sends it deeper into the corner and battles with this Ham. Mrazek battling. Klein joins. They're beating, they're banging, they're whacking. Comes out to Mrazek. Mrazek hustles for it. Tries to push it up to the point. No, she's going to send it back deeper. Around the backside for Klein. Klein puts it in front for Clardy. Clardy can't quite handle it as she gets pushed off the puck. Mrazek joins in. Hammers push it out to the far point. Desai. Desai throws it down to Clardy. Clardy spinning, skating, coming into the zone with room. Clardy shoots. Missed everything on the far side. Mrazek chases it over into the corner, and it's going to come all the way back. This is going to go all the way down, and that will not be because it gets in on Jamelkowski. And she covers it up. So we're going to go to one of the two circles here. Let's see, it should be the far side for this draw. And that's where they're going to go. 4:04, first period, 2-0. Early goals by Taylor and Klein as this Hammer shoots from the point. Kiesel knocks that down. Over to the wall, and it's going to come back as Makasenka drags it out of the zone. Makasenka down the far wall. She's still skating with it, loses it to a Hammer. They try to send it back to the point. Can't now. They'll pick it up and skate it out. Around Pilarski, around Zivkovic. Zivkovic trying to regain. Heavy hand action there. Be careful. Hammers, pick it up, send it deeper. Pilarski's going to be there. She's going to cut it off, send it up the wall. Now Kiesel. Kiesel puts it back into the corner where it's going to go around to the far side where Zivkovic's going to pick it up. Zivkovic up the wall, try to get it to Makasenka. Couldn't. They're going to battle on that wall. And now Makasenka's going to come out of there with Kinger. Makasenka coming through neutral into the center. Kinger waits at the line. Clear. Makasenka gets a shot off. Goaltender puts that into the far corner. And the Hams are going to send it up, but Pilarski blocks that. Pilarski drops it, leaves it for Makasenka, who can't quite handle it. King knocks it down to Pilarski. Pilarski skates in, loses the puck coming across the center of the zone. Over to the wall. Here come the Hams, right in front of us quickly. She does the spin move right in front of you there, and they push it back the other way, and the Hams pick it up in the top of their defensive zone. They send it up past Pilarski, and Schuler's going to pick it up, send it over to Kiesel. Kiesel in the near wall. Kiesel sends it across, tried to hit Salatrick, couldn't. Kinger steps in, and the Hams pick it up and come back the other way. They dump it. Kiesel picks it up, sends it. Nope, Hams take it off of her and come down the near wall. Hams come in, shoot, miss everything near side. And it goes into the corner where it comes back through center, and Detling's going to clean it up in the high slot, take it up the far wall. Here comes Detling. Detling with room, still skating. In behind the goaltender, going to go around. She's got Saltrick out front, couldn't get it to her. Still skating is Detling. Detling loses it there to a Ham, out to Schuler. Schuler with a shot, got tipped up high. That's going to be a high stick on the puck if we touch it. Saltrick knows and leaves it go, and now she does touch it, and there's the whistle. 2:01, first period. And we're going to get a stoppage on a high stick, and we're going to come all the way down here. Go to the far circle. So we'll go to the far circle. 2:01, first period. 2-0 Selects in game 2 versus the Hams. This one comes in on Jamelkowski. She knocks it to the near wall. Taylor's over there. She's beating banging. Detling's over there. And Schuler's over there. Puck goes in behind the net. Schuler. All the way around the backside. Stripes in the way. Schuler chips it up. Can't get it to Salatrick. Now they send it deeper. Dahl battling. Hams have it there. They put it around behind the net into the near corner. Where Ham's going to pick it up, send it around. Oh, we got a trip there. No call. And Detling's going to bring it up the near wall. And they're going to call offsides. So we'll come back here with 1:21 to go. We got an injury? Some type of an injury here. I'm not sure what's going on here. We got a girl down, so we'll mute it out and wait this out. I can't see her. She's down on the wall here in the corner. I can't see, so we're gonna wait this out. All right, so they got the injured player off the ice. Kiesel's helping her get to the locker room here. We're going to get back in action here. Not sure what's... is it a head? Not sure what's going on. They got her to the locker room, so we've got 1:21 to go in what has become a somber arena. Now Stripes is looking over at our bench. And now we're going to push it back the other way, the Hammers. Going to send it back up. Parents are coming into the locker room here to attend to this girl. And Salatrik's going to go up the far wall. Salatrik definitely takes a little bit of the spark out of the air when somebody gets hurt like that. See her come off the ice. Hammer's coming up the near wall. We send it across, and Dahl's going to block that one. 47 seconds to go in the period. They're going to battle it into the corner now. And here it comes out. Here comes Salatrik. Salatrik up through neutral. Salatrik up the far wall. Takes it in behind the net. And going to battle back there with a Hammer. Two Hams join her, and Taylor's going to join the battle now up the near wall. Marshall throws it deeper with 14 seconds to go. This one goes in behind the goaltender into the far corner. Klein chips at it, and the Hams pick it up, send it ahead. Here they come up the near wall. In behind Jemelkowski, and that's going to do it. Period number one is over. And it's 2-0 on goals by Taylor and Klein. We'll be back for period number two. So we're going to have a in-between period moment. We'll call it 10 seconds with Tiny Dog. Tiny Dog's been a unofficial mascot of the team here for a number of years. Jovi's dog, Tiny Dog, bringing you your cute dog moment. 10 seconds with Tiny Dog. Thanks, Dave.
It's Tiny Dog's birthday on Friday.
Oh, Dave's telling me it was Tiny Dog's birthday on Friday. How old is Tiny Dog, Dave?
Tiny Dog is 8 years old.
Tiny Dog was 8 years old on Friday, so he's been our.
His third year traveling with this team.
He's been on this team for 3 years traveling, and bring you 10 seconds with Tiny Dog. We'll be back for period number 2. All right, they're coming out for period number 2. Claherty, Klein, it's got to be Makasenka or Mrazek out there with Zivy and Kiesel as they send it in. It's loose in the top of the zone, and Hammers with a shot, bounces way up in the air, goes in behind Jamelkowski. Baby Johnny's here with Josh. We'll see if we can get her down here. We got all sorts of guests and segments on the live stream this weekend. Claherty down the near wall. Claherty into the corner, loses the puck, regains, sends it up in front. Mrazek's there, can't pull the trigger. Out to the far point. Kiesel's going to have to retreat. They chip it by her. Zivkovic. Zivkovic picks it up back at the back in the corner. And now it's going to come back all the way down, and the Hammers are going to pick it up. Hi, Johnny. Now I got baby Johnny. Stripes comes back the other way. We've got the puck going in behind Jamelkowski here. Kiesel. Kiesel sends it up to the far point. Almost caught the Hammers with too many. Here comes Pilarski. Pilarski coming through neutral. Down the near wall, and we're going to get a whistle. So here, you want to say hi to the fans at home, Johnny? Say hi. Wave. There's baby Johnny on the live stream. We got all sorts of segments going on today. Pilarski going to take the draw here. And we're going to send it all the way down the far wall, where Dahl's going to go chase it in the corner and send it around behind Jamelkowski. We're going to push it into that near corner where nobody can see. And we're going to bring it up the near wall. And now Marshall sends it across to Pilarski. Pilarski across to Kinger. Back to Pilarski. Tried to get it over to Kinger. Couldn't do it on the give and go. Makasenka holds it. They poke it back to the point. Kinger throws it deep. And Patty, the manager for the 14U Stanton team, came and took Johnny. So now we're back. As Pilarski picks it up, comes down the near wall. Pilarski throws it in front. Stripes is right in the way. I can't see what's going on. And now they bring it to near corner. Kinger. Kinger, high slot, sends it over to the wall to Schuler. Schuler leaves it for Pilarski. Pilarski tried to get up. Dahl's going to cheat up. Dahl with room. Dahl throws it in front. Got tipped and goes in the near corner. And it goes back into that corner now after visiting the front of the net momentarily. Now they send it back in front. Goaltender's going to cover it up. And with 12:39 to go, second period, we're going to get a break. In the action. So I don't know if you got to see Johnny or not. I spun that camera around. You guys will tell me in the chat. I don't know if the angle was right or not. It's we've got a bad angle here, and I just spun it around quickly, and obviously I can't see what's filming. So not sure if Johnny was visible there or not, but that's Steph Moon and Josh's daughter. She's been traveling with us for 3 years now, too, or 2 years now, I guess. She just turned 2. And she's over with Kiesel now, laughing and having a good time. No matter where we are, Johnny will always come to Brett or I, no matter how long it's been since she's seen us. So it's always fun when Johnny's at the rink as the Hammers bring it up the near wall, around behind Jamelkowski. Marshall sends it up the wall to Kinger. Kinger has Makasenka streaking, doesn't get it to her. Desai picks it up on the near wall. Desai throws it in behind the net, and Kinger's going to go battle behind the net. King. Hammer has it there, turns, sends it up the wall. And this one's going to be Herbst comes in with it. Herbst shoots. Goaltender gloves it. And we get a stoppage. Thanks, LaTanya, for letting us know you got a good shot at Johnny. We're having fun this weekend. We got all kinds of segments. We got 2 minutes with Tyndall back checking the selects with the beard, 10 seconds with Tiny Dog, and now Baby Johnny. It's been an event-filled stream. In around back behind the Hammers goalie, and Hams are going to send it up, but Taylor cuts that off. She's hiding behind stripes. Got a Ham player down in front. Detling leveled somebody in front of the net. Over to the far point, the Hams are going to send it out. Kiesel retreats, covers it neutral, sends it ahead. Hams are going to pick it up at the blue line. Off a Ham skate, Detling skates up. Herbst can't hold. Oh, she does hold it. And they're going to beat bang battle. Taylor throws it deeper. They send it over to the far point where Ham's going to chip it out. And this one's going to drift down the far wall. And Hams come into the center of the zone with it over to the near wall, where they're going to battle in the wall in the corner. And now some of the Stantons have stood on the wall to make it even harder to see as Kiesel comes back with it. Detling skates up with it. Kiesel pokes it in. Kiesel's going to go chase it into the corner. She pushes it off the back of the net. Herbst is there. Herbst centered, nobody there, and here come the Hams. Zivkovic stops, turns, pushes this player to the wall. Player skates around her, puck into the corner. Taylor. Taylor's going to pick it up back there, send it around for Detling. Detling regroups, stops, turns, spins, leaves it for herself. Coming up the far wall. Detling's going to dump it in behind the goaltender. Herbst's going to go dig it out. And now they're going to battle it ahead. Here come the Hams. Hams up the near wall. Dahl pushes it into the zone, into the corner where she's going to go pick it up. Stop, turn, try to throw it up to the point to Klein. Hams pick it up there. Stripes right in front of us as they come back with it. Up the far wall around Klein as Claherty dove to prevent the shot. Not sure that was Schuler, not Klein. And it's going to go all the way down, and that will be an icing. So with 9:56, we're going to come back here. Into the far corner for this draw. And get her done in the far corner. As they play a little run DMC here. We're going to get the draw in the far corner. This one's going to go out of the zone. Claherty's going to pick it up. Claherty down the far wall. Claherty gets a break. Claherty doesn't get the shot off, or if she did, she missed to the near side, I should say. Claherty leaves it on the point for Dahl. Dahl skates in. Dahl loses the puck in the corner. Battling with a Hammer. They're going to battle on the wall. Klein's going to step up and join. Mrazek's down there, and they hold it. Dahl. Dahl holds it. No. Here comes a Hammer on a breakaway with Jamilkowski. Jamilkowski says no. Tips it to the end wall. Schuler. Schuler picks it up there. Turns it over to a Hammer. Continues to battle. Sends it across to Dahl. Dahl up to Mrazek. Mrazek right in front of us. Sends it down the near wall. Across for Claherty. Claherty tries to drag through. Loses it. Gets it on the doorstep. And they push it over to the far corner where Claherty regains. Klein there. Claherty kicking at it. Loses it to a Hammer. Marshall sent it deeper to Klein. Klein battling with a couple of Hams. Now they send it into the center where Desai is chipping at it, but it goes to the corner. Kinger holds at the near point, sends it deeper. Klein. Now King. Now they're going to poke it away. Hams right in front of us up the near wall. Got a bunch of the Stantons standing on the boards here, and Desai's going to skate it out. Klein stood there. Ham took it away. And now Marshall's going to stop, turn, pick it up, come back up the far wall. Marshall chips it up ahead to Kinger. Kinger, right in front of that open bench door, sends it ahead. Makasenka can't get it. They send it back the other way. Desai's going to skate it down in the top of the defensive zone. Now behind Jamilkowski, up the wall for Makasenka. Makasenka battles with it. She loses it in neutral, and here come the Hams. Down the near wall. In on Jamilkowski, and we're going to get a stoppage. And get a draw here in the near corner. We will, Pilarski will step in and take this one. Goes in behind the goaltender. Now up to Makasenka. Here comes Makasenka. Makasenka drags it through. Makasenka still skating. Makasenka never got the shot off. Pilarski with the rebound. The goaltender with a save. Makasenka battles in front. Zivkovic gets a shot off. Goaltender kicks that to the end wall. In behind Pilarski. Now the Hammers pick it up, and they're going to come up the far wall. Hams into center. Pilarski stops, turns, sends it back the other way. Hams pick it up, come back through neutral. They turn, send it back down behind the Ham goalie. Stripes in the way. Ham goalie covers. And it's 7:23. We're going to get a draw on what should be the near circle. So Salatrick out here with Taylor and Detling, Kiesel and Zivy in the backyard. Rowrah back on the broadcast cheering for Kinger. As this one goes into the near corner, Zivkovic chips it deeper. Detling battling on the circle. Zivkovic skates up, can't hold it. Here they come quickly right in front of you as Kiesel skates back, picks it up, takes it across the top of the blue line, back through neutral. Kiesel with a burst of speed down the far wall. Kiesel around another Hammer. Kiesel in, shoots. Goaltender with a save. In behind, Kiesel tried to center, couldn't get it through. Picks it back up, sends it up the point for Zivkovic. Zivkovic chips at it, and the Hams are going to pick it up, send it back to neutral. Taylor back across for Kiesel. Kiesel in front of us sends it up the wall and deep into the zone where Salatrick has it. Ham send it back the other way. Here they come, and no. Zivkovic chips at it. Ham stop, turn, send it up, down in behind Jamelkowski. Where Zivkovic will pick it up, bring it up the near wall. She's going to stop, turn. Oh, she threw it dangerously in front of the net. Thankfully, Kiesel cleaned that off the doorstep. Here comes Salatrick. Salatrick over to Detling. Detling with Taylor. Puts it over to Taylor. Taylor stops, leaves it for Detling. Detling throws it deeper to Taylor. Heavily covered. Detling recovers, sends it into the corner. Salatrick battles there. Sends it in front, knocked down by a Hammer. And Dahl overskated, and here comes a Ham up the near wall. Dumps it, heads for a change. In behind Jamelkowski with 6:10 to go. Schuler chips it, leaves it, sends it up for Salatrick. Salatrick stops, turns, sends it up for Taylor. Taylor loses it to a Ham, and it's going to skate across. Salatrick cheats over. Here comes back the other way. Now it goes all the way across to Taylor. Taylor up the far wall. Taylor gets stood up at the blue line. Ham's back the other way. This one goes deep behind Jamelkowski, where Dahl's going to cut it off. Dahl up the wall for Salatrick. Salatrick tries to knock it ahead, and here she comes. Salatrick right in front of you quickly. Down the near wall. Battles it past the Hammer, heads to the bench. Claherty back there, sends it up the wall. Dahl on the point. Dahl steps up, tries to hold it. Klein falls down awkwardly, gets back up quickly. In behind, Claherty battling with a Ham. Claherty hits the Uno reverse card, goes in behind. Claherty centers it, comes up high. Dahl holds it at the point. Dahl stops, turns, leaves it for Schuler. Schuler whacks it, hits a Ham in the leg, and here it comes back the other way. Ham gets behind everybody. Dahl hustles back to stop that play. Jamelkowski gets down. It's loose on the doorstep. Poked out of there by Klein. High slot Hammers. Hammers skate around one shot. We're getting a penalty here on Schuler. Both stripes raise their arms simultaneously. And Schuler's going to go to the bin for, I'm guessing, cross-checking. That was going to be my guess, and it was confirmed when Stripes went over and called it. So Schuler's going to sit down for cross-checking at 4:47. And they're going to go on the power play. And there we go. Power play's back in sync. We're off a couple seconds, but close enough. As Pilarski picks it up, sends it all the way down. And the Hammer goalie leaves it. As Kinger applies some pressure. Desai pressures. Kinger holds it. Now here come the Hammers. Hams up the near wall. Try to come around Desai. Desai collided with another select. I think it was Pilarski. And the Hams have it on the far wall. Pilarski bounces it out all the way down. 4:04 to go. Hams back through neutral. Desai's going to chase this one down. Desai stops, turns, throws it up to Kiesel. Kiesel's going to send her down. And it's 33 seconds to go in the penalty. In behind, Kinger picks it up. Kinger shorthanded, playing with it in the corner. Beating, banging, battling. And Kinger comes out of there with it. Still skating with it, Kinger. Kinger back to neutral. Kinger across to Desai. Desai's going to dump it ahead to Pilarski. Pilarski down the near wall. 7 seconds to go. Hams pick it back up over to Desai. Desai to Kiesel. Kiesel through neutral. Kiesel still skating. Kiesel gets a shot off. Goaltender gloves it. And the penalty's over. And 3:14 to go. And we will get a stoppage and a draw in the near corner. 3:14 to go, second period. 2-0. Goals by Taylor and Klein. Klein, Claherty, Mrazek. Dahl out to Schuler. Schuler with a shot. Goaltender with a save. It's loose in front. Mrazek kicked it coming through. Dahl holds the point. Dahl battling here at the point. Heavy battle with a couple of Hams. Klein steps over to help. Mrazek joins in. And it comes back to Klein. Klein across the red line. Klein going to take it in down the far wall. Klein around one hammer. Shot. Doesn't get to the net. Still loose in the corner. Klein battling. Hams pick it up there. Claherty skates over. Battling in the corner. Now she takes it deeper. Claherty behind the net. Claherty still skating into the near corner. Dumps it deeper. Now up the wall. Mrazek came flying over. Now here comes a Ham right in front of you quickly. Dahl, heavy pressure. Dahl gets shouldered. Dahl shoulders back. Knocks the Ham down. Mrazek on top of the Ham pushing. This one in the near corner. Here they come back the other way. Loose in front. Ham fell down with Mrazek. Here comes Claherty. 2 Hams back. Claherty. Down the far wall. Claherty. All the way around behind. Loses the puck. Regains. Claherty still skating. Throws it in front. Nobody there. Desai skates up but caught it on the backhand. Couldn't do anything with it. Desai puts it behind. Up the near wall. And this one's going to come out. And Marshall's going to skate over and pick it up in front of us. Marshall. Across the blue line. Now heading north-south. Marshall gains the blue line. Dumps. Minute 45 to go. This one into the near corner. They send it across, and Ham picks it up, sends it up the red line. Detling tapping. Shot! Blocked by Jamelkowski over to the near corner. This one in behind, and Jamelkowski puts the big paddle out. Gathers it in for a stoppage with a minute 26 to go here in the arena. We're going to get a draw here in the near circle. As Detling's going to chip it ahead. Detling levels somebody at the blue line. And minute 17. Going to go into the near circle for this draw again. As Stripes directing traffic behind him. This one goes into the corner. Going to chip it ahead. Beating, they're banging, they're battling, and now it's going to be Marshall. Marshall got not much on that, and the Habs are going to hold it. Marshall chases it. Marshall pushes that player to the wall. Detling got over there, but forgot the puck. Now it'll be Desai. Desai fighting through a stick hold. They stop, they turn, they shoot. Jamelkowski pushes that to the near corner. Marshall sends it up and out, but no. And now it will drift out. Oh, that looked out to me. Stripes didn't see it. Detling shakes off the cobwebs after that hit. Desai off of his skate. Just a little sloppy right now trying to get this out as still can't get it out. Now Salatrick will knock it out. This one comes across and the Hams throw it back in. Marshall behind the net. 28 seconds to go. Up to a Ham at neutral. The Hams backhanded into the zone. Marshall stops, turns, sends it up and out. Hams at the red line. 17 to go. Ham stop, turn, throw it back. Marshall again. One more clear, and that should do it for this period. Marshall across to Salatrick all the way down, 6-5, and they're going to go battle into the corner, and that will end this second period. We played 2. It's 2-0. You're watching Wicked, Slapshot Productions. Coming out for period number 3. And get the draw here is poke it ahead. Hams pick it up, send it back the other way. Zivkovic battles Pilarski. Pilarski chips it across. Clardy's going to pick it up at the blue line. Down the near wall. She loses the puck. Here's some body contact in that corner. Comes around behind. Hams have it behind their goaltender. Send it up the wall. Zivkovic battling. Zivkovic pushes it into the center. Hams knock it out. Here they come. Hams up the near wall right in front of us. Down the near wall. Into the corner. Kiesel pressuring. They battle there, and Ham fell down. It's loose behind the net. This one's going to go over to Zivkovic in the far corner. Zivkovic up to Clardy. Clardy tips it ahead to Makasenka. Makasenka can't quite get it free, and the Ham takes it off of her. She battles into the corner. And they're going to battle there, and we await the result as the Ham goalie pushes that into the far corner. Now we come up the far wall and around a select. This Ham skating with it. Backhands it deep into the near corner. And this one's going to come out with Kiesel. Kiesel loses it. Makasenka's going to chase it into the corner, where they're going to battle away. 13:47 to go in this game. Klein battling back there. Kiesel joins the battle. Kiesel comes out of there with it. Here she comes. Kiesel coming through neutral, loses it. Zivkovic. Ham over on the far wall. Kiesel puts a shoulder into her. Picks up the puck and leaves it for Clardy. Clardy with Makasenka to her right. Here they come. Clardy down the far wall. Clardy still skating. Clardy taking it, hits the Uno reverse card. Klein was open, couldn't get it to her as the pass got tipped, and Klein battles into the corner, around to the near side. That's Makasenka comes out. Makasenka pulls the trigger, got frustrated, missed to the near side. This one is going to come up the near wall as Schuler's going to kick it. Ham's going to get behind her, but Dull's there to pick it up, send it back the other way. Here comes Dull. Dull around one, Stripes in the way. Dull skates in. Dull centers, hits Niner. Niner misses to the near side. Niner was falling down, couldn't get her stick on it. Klein in the corner. It's hard to see, as you know. Klein throws it behind the net. Mrazek chases it across. Dull's going to get there first. Dull's going to hold up to the point. King holds. King battling with 3 Hams. Hams send it around to the near corner. Up the near point. Schuler's going to step in. Klein covers her high. King chases it around behind. Hams up the near point. They're going to knock it out past the point, and Mrazek's going to go circle back and pick it up. Mrazek turns it over to a Ham on the far wall. Ham shot. Tipped up high into the near corner, where Klein sends it ahead for Kinger. Comes across. The Hams chip it back in, and here comes Klein again. Klein up the far wall with space. Klein skating. Klein around another one. Klein shoots, misses everything high to the near side. This one's going to come up the near wall. Into the corner. King's going to go chase it. This one comes up the near wall to Klein. Klein stops, turns, throws it past Kinger into the corner. And the Hams are going to go chase it down there, where Herbst is going to hit Detling, streaking for the net. She lost it to a Ham. Over to the far wall, and Marshall's going to pick it up. Marshall stops, turns, surveys, sends it up off of King's stick, deep into the corner. Hams are going to pick it up behind their goaltender. Kinger bounces it off the wall to Marshall. Marshall at the near point. Marshall stops, turns, throws a shot. Goaltender got a pad on that to the near corner. This one comes up and out as Desai circles. Desai stops, turns, looks on her backhand, circles to her forehand, sends it up to Herbst. Herbst comes up the far wall. Herbst around one. Herbst goes in, shoots, misses everything to the near side. And they're going to battle it into the corner. You hear the contact and await the result. Around behind, Hams. Hams up the far wall. Here they come. They're going to dump it into the near corner with 10:37 to go. Marshall picks it up there. Looks up, can't get it to Taylor as the Hams hold it. Now they send it around behind, Desai. Desai sends it up for Pilarski, who loses it to a Ham in the circle. Coming down to the near circle. Shoot! Jamilkowski save and cover with 10:19 to go. We're going to get a stoppage. And a draw on the far corner. Schilling's now joined the boys in the cheering section. So we're going to go over now. Pilarski's going to take this draw. And it's going to come over to the wall, out to the point. Shot from the point, bouncing puck, tipped! Missed the post on the far side. Loose behind the net. Zivkovic's battling back there. Now Pilarski comes out with it. Pilarski with Claherty ahead and Makasenka. Claherty skating with it, still skating. Claherty, backhands, missed everything to the near side. Up the wall now. Kiesel tries to hold. Here comes a Ham down the near wall. Ham down the near wall, backhand, centers. Pilarski wasn't able to cut that one off, or the Ham wasn't able to cut that off. Now here comes Pilarski back the other way. Pilarski shoots. Goaltender with a save. She pulls it in and covers it with 9:37. On to the far circle. For this draw, Pilarski, Makasenka, Claherty, Kiesel, and Zivy. They push it out to Zivkovic. Zivkovic sends it to Makasenka. Makasenka skates in with it, loses it in the corner by Stripes. They beat, they bang, they battle. Claherty comes out of there with it in the near circle. Claherty skating behind the goaltender. Claherty looking for a center. We're getting a penalty here. It's going to be on the Hams. Jamelkowski's finally coming off. Hams are going to touch it up. And we're getting a penalty. Might get two. We're getting an interference penalty. Let's see what we got here. We got an interference penalty on the Hams. And as they say at PPG, we're going to go on the power power play. Klein going to take this draw. Klein pushes it into the corner. Ham up the wall. They're going to chip it out past Marshall. Marshall regroups. Marshall retreats up to Klein. Klein looking up. Klein sends it across. Too far for Claherty. Back into the center to Klein. Klein spins. Klein takes a shot, hits a Hammer right in the leg, and that Hammer's hurting. Marshall up the far wall. Boys are cheering. Marshall loses the puck to a Ham. Ham's going to send it all the way down. That's going to cause Klein to have to go retreat. Jamelkowski's going to stop it for her. Leave it for Klein. Klein on the far wall. Heavy pressure from a Ham. These Hams have nothing to lose at this point. And they're going to send it up the wall. And Marshall over to Claherty. Claherty up the near wall. Claherty into the center. Kicks it. Tried the toe drag. Didn't work. Pilarski into the corner. Stripes in the way. Pilarski battling in the corner. Hams pick it up there. They're going to chip it out past Klein. Power play never really got set up here as Marshall picks it up. Marshall sends it across for Klein. Klein kicked it awkwardly, and now it's in King's feet. Klein comes up the far wall. Klein centers for Pilarski. Pilarski gets a shot off, missed everything behind the net. And they're going to battle behind. Claherty comes out front. Claherty chips it up to Marshall. Puck out. Penalty over. Even strength. Taylor. We're going to be offsides with 7:34 to go. Boys doing a little dancing here with Snoop Dogg on the arena music. Detling's going to take this draw. As she leaves it on the dot, they battle. This one comes out to Schuler. Schuler across to Salatrick. Salatrick trying to battle it into the zone. Leaves it for Dahl, and they're going to be offsides. And we're going to get a stoppage. We're going to go to the far dot for this draw. We've got Detling going to take this one. This one comes across to Taylor. Taylor down the near wall. Leaves it. Hams poke it out. Salatrick. Dahl Dahl stops, turns, throws it ahead to Saltrick. Saltrick, Detling, Taylor. Dahl and Schuler in the back. Hams throw it into the near corner as Detling lost a glove, a stick, and tripped a Ham all in one play. This one comes back up the near wall. Taylor, 6:54, around the backside. In tight in the high slot shot. Jamilkowski knocks that to the far corner. Detling battles with a Ham. This one comes around. Looks like it's going to be Taylor. Taylor up through neutral. Here comes Taylor. Taylor wheeling through neutral. Going to go behind Salatrick. Taylor still wheeling. Loses it behind the net. Centers. Put it behind Salatrick, and here they come back the other way. Detling's going to retreat at the red line. Stop, turn. Send it across to Schuler. Schuler coming up the near wall. Leaves it for Taylor. Taylor gets a shot off, missed everything to the far side, might have been tipped. This one's going to come back to neutral. Schuler one-on-one with a Ham. Schuler pushing this player to the wall. Ham's all the way around to the far side. They stop, they turn. They hold it on the circle. Now they dump it back. We got a stick on the ice. It looks like it's Schuler's. She picks it up, and here comes Salatrick. Salatrick overskates the puck. And here comes the puck back the other way with the Ham. Hams get a shot off. Jamilkowski pushes that to the corner, where Zivkovic's going to chip it up the wall for Salatrick. Salatrick leaves it off a skate. Now the Hams pick it up loose, low, and Klein's going to take that away and come back the other way. Here comes Klein right in front of you quickly, up the near wall. Klein now across to the far side, loses the puck to the wall, stops, turns, regroups. Battles, sends it up to the point. Zivkovic, lots of snow over there, making puck handling difficult. Comes back to Kiesel. Kiesel sends it off a stick of a hammer up to Kinger. Kinger down the near wall. King looking for a center, can't quite get it through. Now Mrazek was there but couldn't get it to her. Sends it out to the point to Kiesel. Kiesel puts it lower. Ham picks it up there, and here they come the other way as Klein whacks at her feet. Zivkovic cuts it off. Now the Hams poke it ahead. Here they come. Stopped at the line. Zivkovic up to King. King chips it into the zone, and it's going to drift in deeper where the Hams are going to chip it up the wall. And here they come up the near wall. Right in front of us, they battle. King sends it into the zone. Klein now back to Kiesel. Here come the Hams. Hams over to the far wall. Shot from there. Jamilkowski knocks that into the near corner with 4:32 to go. This one comes up the near wall. Klein looking up. Off the wall to Mrazek. Mrazek chips it up the wall. Mrazek down the far wall. Mrazek still skating. Looks for a center. Mrazek puts it across the goal mouth. Nobody there. Desai skates over. Tries to hold the point. Pilarski will pick it up. Desai. Now Mrazek. Mrazek bangs it lower. Hams pick it up. Here they come. Hams with a shot. Missed everything to the near corner. Where Pilarski's going to pick it up. Pilarski coming up the far wall. Pilarski still skating. Still skating in behind the Hams goalie now. Stops, turns, looks. Makasenka out front. Makasenka fires point blank range. Misses high. Claherty leaves it for Desai. Desai shoots from the point. Puck up, tipped. Makasenka near corner. Makasenka centers. Pilarski under heavy pressure. Can't get a stick down. Hams have it behind the net. Claherty. Desai battles. Desai comes out, loses it to a Ham, and here they come the other way. Pilarski takes it away, chips it into the zone where Makasenka overskates, and here they come back the other way. Marshall chips it up the wall. Hams pick it up at the blue line. Pilarski's going to chip it deeper, and that will be an icing. And we'll come back the other way. 3:05, third period, 2-0 Selects. The early goals by Taylor and Klein. The difference in this game so far. As we're going to step in for the draw with 3:05 to go. Detling takes the draw. Leaves it. And she'll pick it back up. Leave it for Herbst. Herbst across to Taylor. Too far. Taylor picks it up. Taylor can't pick it up there. Here come the Hams in front of us. They send it down, and Schuler puts it back up to Detling, and that's going to be on offsides. We're going to come back here to the near dot. We haven't had one here. 2:48. Detling takes this draw. They poke it ahead. They send it out across to Herbst. Herbst for Detling, too far. Hams back the other way. Herbst over skates. Hams pick it up neutral. Back to this Ham. Hams up the near wall. Detling steps in, holds it, comes back the other way with it. Now the Hams pick it up, come back. No, Schuler. Schuler's going to chip it in deeper. Past Taylor. Hams are going to try to knock it back out. Schuler. Schuler sends it back in. All the way around behind the Hams goalie. And they chip it up the wall out to Herbst. Herbst brings it down the wall. This one comes up the near wall, or the far wall now, the Hams do. And Schuler's going to push that across to Herbst. Herbst up to Klein. It's in her feet. Klein stops, turns, regroups, goes across to Schuler. Schuler up to Taylor. Taylor across to Klein. Klein had her stick taken away. Now she chips it to the wall, chips it in deeper behind the Hams goalie with 1:40 to go. Niner chases it. Kiesel sends it deeper. Into the corner. Beating, banging, battling. Kiesel's involved. Now it drifts out to the top of the zone where Zivkovic throws it into the far corner. Niner's going to go battle over there. Niner, deeper. Hams pick it up. They send it off of Taylor. And Zivkovic battling to hold it. Zivkovic sends it deeper. Zivkovic pushes it past Klein as Taylor heads off and King jumps on. So King, Klein, Mrazek. Loose in front, Mrazek banging. Now Klein banging. King picks it up behind the net. King loses it back there. Now Klein. Klein over to Kinger. Kinger off stripes his skates. And Kiesel will chase it down. Kiesel. Kiesel up to Mrazek. Mrazek tips it out. Hams pick it back up. Come down the near wall with 40 seconds to go. In around behind. Kiesel. Kiesel picks it up there. Here comes Kiesel wheeling through neutral. Down the near wall. In behind the Ham goalie. Mrazek in the corner. Chips it up the wall. Hams. Clear it. No. Marshall holds. Marshall throws it off of Ham's skates. Klein didn't know where it was. Hams pick it up. Klein, heavy pressure right in front of us. She's cross-checking this girl. Now it comes back the other way. Empty net. They chip at it. Here comes Kinger. Kinger flips it deep into the zone with 5-4. This game's going to come to an end as they push King into the wall. And that'll do it. Game over. We've taken 2 from the Hams. There'll be no discount at the Honeybaked store today after they've lost 2. I'll bring you the handshake, get over the YouTube delay, and we'll be back in action after lunch for Game 2 with the pizzas. As always, thanks for watching Wicked Slapshot Productions.